Welcome to another episode of the Babbling podcast.
Yes.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in the world. My name is Perspective. We've got Shaq.
Finally, he's back. He's back. Finally,
He's made a welcome.
He's not a feeble anymore.
Yeah, we've got DJ Mad Fingers, and we have a very special guest with us today. With no further ado, we have Gerard Siebritz.
Yo, what's up, guys?
I had to say it like that, make it like,
Effective, yeah. Okay, so the reason why I wanted you on is because
he wants to smoke dope, that's why.
you tend to do things different, man.
Unorthodox.
Like Cape Town is Cape Town entertainment is like as nog 'n opa, man. It's almost like the opa is looking down and almal 'n baie net die opa type of thing, man. Where you are fucking saying fuck that shit, I'm putting my brand behind this new gedachte called the Weed Show. So before we go into your bio, like where it started and whatever, what made you decide, fuck this shit, I'm just gonna fucking do my own thing, I'm gonna be myself? Because the thing is, what I've realized is a lot of people on themselves, man, in music industry. I think Irfan also said in his previous podcast, I think I cut that part off, where he says there's a lot of fake humbleness, man. At the time it's the vis, but they're pulling it off, they're pulling it off.
Fake it till you
but
make
as
it.
they meet, I realize, oh fuck, I would say there's another side to them.
Yes.
Hey, just a disclaimer as well on the cutting part. That podcast was like 3 hours, 40 minutes.
I was cut long.
So it was long, so there was just certain points that we cut out. It wasn't like we actually cut Irfan off there. Like, just let the people know.
So wow, how did it start for you to like decide, fuck this shit, I'm just gonna be myself?
Okay, well, I think it's a comedy. I can answer that from a comedy perspective. When I started comedy, I think about like 8 years ago. Firstly, it was cool because I was a cripple like on the scene. Nobody know me, but I went on stages and I did the thing. Yeah. And then because I'm a bit fail at my bucket, you know what I mean? I try and stay true to my roots, where I come from. I grew up in Mitchell's Plain, so I like to talk the tongue of my people. I'm a colored lady, so I know euphemistic terminology, fucking bra, but I don't like to use it.
Where in the plane?
Everywhere in the plane, my brother. There's not an area in Mitchell's Plain where they don't know my name. I tried under different names, but they all know who I am. You know what I mean? Cool. But then I could quickly see that when they gave me the rules for comedy in Cape Town, way back then when I started, they said, okay, tonight you're going to go on the stage now and you're allowed to say cuck 3 times and fuck once. So I had a problem with the instruction because why am I allowed? I don't want to be fucking allowed to do
There's no freedom in that.
There's no freedom in it. I think that comedy is the last form of true art.
Exactly.
If we've learned anything from the great minds of this world, like Shakespeare, in his plays, it's always the clown in the beginning that says something. It's the clown in the end. And all I am for Cape Town is I'm the daga clown now, man. I'm the clown that want to bring you what the government says, what the people say.
But that's so good to make your word. It's funny that they would censor you in comedy when comedy at its best is uncensored.
Yes, because they believe that it should be done in a tactful, tasteful manner, which I agree, but I do believe that we must push the boundaries.
Exactly.
Because how you talk with your brother around a campfire is essentially where comedy is at its most truest form. So when you book me, should I not do it in that style? Can't I say my bro? Can't I say I wear? I'm from Cape Town. This is how we greet. It doesn't make me a gangster because I'm from Mitchell's Plain.
Exactly.
It doesn't make me a gangster because I say I wear. It's actually just a form of endearment. It's a greeting. It's actually fucking everything in Cape Town, man. I wear mean like klomp dinge. The kak day, the lekker day. I wear. Yes. You know what I mean? So I like to break the rules. They told me I must have 1 host and I must only have 6 performers. So after that, I booked 3 hosts and 20 performers because I just like to break the rules. And it's been a lifetime dream of mine for 8 years to just smoke daga on stage and give my audience that experience as well. And I told comedians 8 years ago, I'm going to fucking do it. And they laughed. When I told them I'm going to have Mark Lottering and Nick Rabinowitz and Barry Hilton, all the biggest names in South Africa play for my brand, they laughed. That was 5-6 years ago. So if you check my timeline on Facebook now, you'll see that they came to my spots. They played under my banner. And
do you think that has to do with the timing as well of the times? Like now people are kind of like more open
To it,
read.
we cannot wait for the people.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
We have to trailblaze because perception is a big and powerful thing, right? So I grew up in a time where my family told me, "Jy moenie daggaroekie. Hy's for gangsters. Jy moenie daggaroekie, jy gaan steal." My parents never found out that I smoke weed. I had to tell them. So, Mommy, Daddy, I have something I'd like to tell you.
You came out.
Yes, I came out of the green closet, my mother. I came out of the green closet and said, Mom, Dad, I want to tell you something. I've been hiding this thing for 2 to 3 years. I smoke a little bit of weed, but I don't steal from you. I don't lie. I still drive my car responsibly. I maybe just eat a bit more sweets now. But that's about it.
No, because you're not doing the buttons.
No, I don't do the buttons. I like the zips. That's my gun. That's my gun.
But also like just pertaining to that, I mean, I remember back like early 2000s when Snoop was over here with the 4664. Was it the ShopRite concert?
4664.
4664.
He came onto stage with a big bag of weed, and people didn't have an issue with it, and it was like Snoop
because he's Snoop motherfucking dog, baby.
Exactly. So why is it acceptable when certain people do it? If you're of a certain stature or a certain social media status,
but
that you can do it, but when the layman on the street smokes dagga, it's like, nah,
it's an issue.
It's like cat verkeerd.
Yeah.
And like also going back to what you were saying in terms of, the certain lingo spoken in certain spaces.
Yes.
Because as coloureds, we have the tendency to code switch.
Yes.
People switch. I've got a saying, like we started Yardie Boys also, which is like basically a concept where we are kids from the ghetto, but we can sit in corporate boardrooms.
For sure.
So like the slogan was like from the yard to the boardroom.
Yeah.
It's like we can sell in the valley over here, but when you speak, the switch, what the ROIs and all that LSMs and all that.
Yes, the vertical amalgamation of two brands.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is as well, if we don't speak it, they're just going to take it in packages for us and sell it back to us.
Yeah, but you can't package what is colored.
Exactly.
You cannot.
We had that discussion with
you cannot package what is colored. Like I've got friends. He's from Australia and his mochi's from South Africa.
Yeah.
He's 100% Neanderthal, black, blue line, pure blood, whatever the fuck you want to call it. She's an African woman. Now they're running around like, our light is colored too. I'm like, no. You stay in Pinelands in the 5 million hours. You're like, you're fucking about being colored, man. Fuck you. You're not fucking about being colored. Your light is mixed race.
Exactly, we had the same discussion when South Africa almost won the World Cup and they showed Sia Khaleesi and his wife and they're trolling on TV, and they obviously look like they could be colored, but they're not. They're mixed races. They're not necessarily, and it's difficult. Like with Irfan as well, he said like it's difficult to market to our community because we're that
broad and diverse.
Exactly.
Yes, but if we, it also makes us extremely special, and this is why I believe that Cape Town. Music-wise, I believe that Mid Africa is leading the world now in the taste of hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So our Congo and our Nigerians, they are punching out the new flavors that the whole world is now following their trend. But even music started in Africa.
Yeah.
One bongo drum started it all, right?
Exactly.
So obviously we'll go back to its origin. Comedy and Cape Town, in my opinion, Cape Town, I believe that anyone growing up in Cape Town should be able to rival a Joburg comedian. No disrespect to the Joburg boys. I know there's a couple of hardy thing homeboys up there. But creativity in Cape Town is gevaarlijk because like the whole world took us genetics and it fucking just dumped it in Cape Town. And when you grew up in Cape Town in one street in our ghetto, you know Islam Satani, so you know how to speak the Muslim jargon, salam alaikum and what. You know what I mean? When I was Callum, so he gave us a little bit of the Naimi bro, just sing deen, just sing dying, whatever. Then we also know the church pastor down the road and everything. So because Cape Town is so diverse in culture, we have the ability to switch, and I think you made point of reference to that earlier, where we can switch from the yard to the boardroom.
Yes, we can.
I mean, look at this 4 gentlemen sitting around this table now. We are all colored. We all come from the hood. I think you look like you come from the quiet place here with your NBA. You look like a Pinelands lady. You look like a West Stupid boys in the house. West Stupid boys.
From North Pine.
Yeah, did you go to your old boys? Did you go to your old boys?
Nah, I never went there. North Pine, but that's
North Pine. Okay, cool.
But the thing is, that's the thing. You know, people can look at me and they can think that you think.
Yeah.
But then you can get somebody that's my shade, maybe even lighter, maybe slightly darker, maybe exactly that, and then they're from Bonteheuwel.
Yes.
You know, so like that's how diverse our community is.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know,
I'm
it's like you can't look at somebody at face value.
Yes.
The darkest guy could come from Pinelands.
Yes, yes. But like, and look, the race thing in South Africa is a fucking sensitive subject still, right? Some of our people believe that the white man took it, and then the black man took it, and the colored will never
Didn't
say.
take long to go to the white man.
Yeah, because that is still something that we as a
I
nation
need
we're
new
dealing
friends,
with.
I need new friends,
I was happy.
He has an issue, man. He has an issue.
What's your issue?
No, I'm just saying, you're fucking you're selling the.
Ek hy op 'n fok met
No,
die.
it's fine.
No,
I
ek
love
hou
it.
niks.
Pointing out the
No, ek
obvious.
hou niks.
I
Ek
love
hou
it.
niks.
Pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, pointing out the
Yeah,
obvious.
you know,
But like, if we look at this Rugby World Cup now, I was happy that the Springboks won it.
Yeah.
It was a binding moment for our nation, which we needed. But I was also sad in one way that why do we need 40 men running around chasing a fucking oval ball on a green patch of grass to pull people together, whether you're white colored or fucking whatever?
Exactly.
Your blood is red, you know what I mean? So Nelson Madiba used it. We united South Africa once before with a Booker. We did it now again, I think 21 years later. I'll speak under correction. Healthy for the nation. But why are we so fucking naive?
Yeah. And
Don't you just look at it? We were all together for the yes, my brother, and like I'll buy you a drink. And 3 days later, it's like I don't want to talk to him. Same shit every fucking day, man. So grow up, people, especially here in Cape Town. Joburg has grown the fuck up already.
yeah, they have.
Joburg don't care. It's whites and blacks and making more colored. So I'm happy about that. And even as an industry, they've learned to stand together. That's why. Joburg is leading as far as the marijuana cannabis race is concerned between Cape Town and Johannesburg, and I'm fucking pissed off about it because this is the mother city. But Johannesburg does look at us as in Slaapstad. We all know any one of us here can move to Joburg now and we earn 4 times what we're making here now.
Exactly.
Because Joburg is just on that fucking Igoli fucking buzz, man.
That's on any industry and sector. They look at us like that, like, nah, it's Slaapstad. That's how they see us. In
Slaapstad, but like
every facet.
We gotta take it back to development. Cape Town had 2 big, I'm not gonna mention the names, no disrespect to the organizers of the events, but Cape Town had 2 extremely big cannabis events or conventions, but you were not allowed to smoke cannabis there. So I got like just in my own stone brain. I was like, what the fuck is like telling me I must go to the strip club and there's no kinders?
Exactly.
Come on, nigga. What's the point? Mary Jane's not here. I'm here for fucking Mary, bitches. You put posters of Mary, you're talking about Mary, but we can't touch Mary. It's a bit stupid. So Joburg did it properly. Joburg did it properly.
Chicos, I want to know, how do you navigate the legal side of things, man, with your brand?
It's a bit too soon for that. Too soon. They weren't ready. They were not ready.
Right? You know what I'm saying? As we're not like open, like.
No, but I mean, like
residential
you can legally smoke, but you can't legally sell.
Yes, so the selling of THC products, if I can answer this to you, Mr. Madfingers, the selling of THC products in our country is still banned due to that there is no implementation of taxation without representation. Right, so marijuana was never banned. Ever.
Because marijuana
was actually in 1912 by Harry J. Henslinger. Google this shit when we're done. Right. Him in 1912 decided, him and the US Senate decided worldwide that you must now get a traveling stamp from the post office, which is actually just the fucking tax man over there by them, to then trade and to move marijuana. So it was never banned.
Okay.
It's just the taxation of the product wasn't sorted out yet. And in that time, prohibition, Al Capone was also making $100,000 a day, which was making more than Mercedes-Benz and fucking Ford put together of bootlegging alcohol. And he was also seen as a criminal until they got the taxation right of it. So I like it. So now the three biggest demons in this world is alcohol, guns, and tobacco. That's a multi-billion rand organization.
Exactly.
So ganja is the next best thing. So they were outlawed until they can tax it. So CBD is now allowed in South Africa. I know the people that bought the rights. So I've done my research. I'm not going to mention it now because fuck them. I don't like them so much in any case. I know it wasn't a fair process. It was sold before it was actually given to the people.
But I think that's how everything in Cape Town goes. It's like
that's how everything in the world goes.
I'll put it out there and I'll be blatant about it. The white elite will decide exactly what discourse and what action we're going to follow. Django and I play the violence, but that is the case. Why is it that Kolkacha was one of the first restaurants to have a CBD pizza?
And
it just flew below the radar. So That's bullshit. I mean, there's the experimental farms in Atlantis. I don't know too much about the subject, but I do know that there's a wheat farm being launched over there.
Yes, but that's nothing new. We as a country, not we as in the four colored gentlemen on the mics talking now, but like we as a country, we've been growing and studying and maybe even selling. I can't talk too much about it, but I do know that one of our ex-presidents and our top cop was caught trying to maybe like export what was it, 20 tons or 2.5 tons. Jackie Celebi, them Google it. You all remember the story, right? And our president at the time, Mr. Tabu.
Is it public knowledge?
It is public knowledge. Yeah, I don't know much about it. I'll Google it actually. So the next time we touch base, we can actually just refer back to. I don't know too much about it, but check out how that thing played out. So I think South Africa has been in it for a long time already. We've definitely received medical tests that our country has been doing maybe for the last 20 years. Whether it's sanctioned by the government, whether it's not sanctioned, but it was definitely done on our soil, with our genetics, on our people, and some of our people were making money.
Yes. There's always somebody that's
always somebody making money.
Behind any social movement or activity, there is a strong economic force behind it.
For sure.
So I don't think, for instance, apartheid wasn't stopped for the sake of kumbaya and bring us together.
Oh no,
there was an economic prerogative behind it.
Thank you.
And the same reason why
they were our friends, man. That's why they stopped apartheid, because they are friends.
They are our friends. Thank you.
Please forget about everything. Just move on, so we can just keep the land and the resources and
but
just
I've got
stay in abject poverty for the rest of it.
Yeah, but I've got a boring joke that I wrote about that. I said that first they gave us separation and segregation and all this type of bullshit, and when they lifted apartheid, they gave us a new ball and chain. It was called inflation. So now they allowed you. Well done. They allowed you first. They told you they couldn't go to the waterfront. And now they allowed you to go to the waterfront. But now petrol's close to 20 rand a liter. Now you cannot afford to go to the waterfront. So inflation is now the new thing. So we can go to certain high-level establishments in Cape Town, and the bang for buck there is going to determine what type of person is going to be.
No, I refer to this. I wouldn't say economic segregation. I would say it's economic apartheid, because at the same time,
nice way to
when we had apartheid, there was housing that was affordable. You could afford to pay off your 3-bedroom townhouse in Grassy Park and Mitchell's Plain. But now the property values have escalated to extreme that it's fucking hard to just become a homeowner in the city. Yet in the rest of South Africa, it's much more affordable. You can get a 5-bedroom house for the same price you're going to pay here for Grassy Park, to say in a separate entrance.
I think I've got an answer for you there. Cape Town is the 6th most beautiful place in the fucking world.
No, it's quite beautiful.
And we all know it. Cape Town, South Africa is the Hollywood of Africa. Cape Town is the world's first and only second world country. We have a lot of fucked up shit. In 2 k's from here, we'll find very poor people under the breadline, and we also have 2 k's that way, people that's fucking driving Maseratis to work and stuff like that.
But at the same time as well, like there's a lot of offshore companies that come here because they know we work.
Of course, we are the working nation, bro.
We are the working nation, like but all the profits are exported.
Of course.
The point thing is,
EFF is in the house. EFF is in the house. I feel that EFF tone coming in there.
The point I want to make as well, what you were just saying about Shaq as well, is like that lends to the World Cup thing as well. Like whenever there's a sporting event that unites us, it's only for a short period of time.
But let me stop you right there. Beautiful that you touched on sporting event. The Romans have been doing this for fucking long.
There we go.
The Colosseum are crazy. Let's show them some blood and some sport. Let's keep them busy over here.
Are you not entertained?
So I guarantee you that while this World Cup was going on, while South Africa won, there was like a tender that went down and nobody just we just saw Table Mountain there go to the Michael Jackson fund again or something.
We should have fluoride into the water.
The thing is, like we're going through an apartheid economy, or what do you phrase it now again?
Economic apartheid.
Economic apartheid. But I mean, if we're not looking at those things and we're just looking at the fact, like, okay, we're united via a sporting event, then we're always going to miss those things. We're never going to see it. We're never going to see it for what it is.
Yeah, definitely. But I think times is changing. Changing. No, it is. Definitely changing. maybe a bit slow, but it is changing.
Yeah.
I think that I can't say the masses on the whole, because misdirection is how every nation has fucked up the masses. So it's up to yourself to educate yourself enough to see through everyone's fucking bullshit, corporate fucking brainwashing and all kinds of cack, and just live a good life. Strengthen yourself to strengthen those around you.
Exactly.
Because they're gonna cheat you in every single fucking way that they can, man.
Yeah.
So if you want to do something for yourself and your people, just educate yourself. Educate yourself and lift up as many of your people as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it starts, because I think we had a conversation last time as well about like the group mentality and the identity and stuff like that. Now, a lot of times that also gets swayed because it's like this bias and whatever. At the end of the day, you have to start with yourself.
Yes.
It's like you can literally subscribe to an identity or a group mentality and stuff like that. But if you don't know yourself, like that's like you losing the plot kind of thing. You know, you need to know and like you said, and then just uplift people around you. That starts it on. It just basically starts it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we now basically went like off on a tangent
completely.
because we were talking about like where it started for you and stuff
For
like
me.
that, and just went off on a
Yeah, it was
tangent.
him, man.
Yeah.
Defending the beers here or something. I don't know whose corporate pocket he's in.
The funny thing is, you mentioned the beers. He used to be a jeweler.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I
it's been a
said-
jeweler.
I work for the fucking CIA people.
the CIA. World domination.
The
which-
arrest.
Oh. The rest. So maybe like I think about 6-7 months ago from now, I was driving towards the beach. I had about, anyone that knows a scale would know this. I'm gonna give you the exact, because comics are we people of detail. So I'm gonna give you exact fucking weight, right? I probably had 0.3 grams of marijuana in my possession.
It's like a pussy.
No, like almost like a pitchy, but like 3 pitchies put together. With the 3 pitchies combined, we are Tari and Pondu. Hello for you, Tari and Plat. Shout out to Tari and Plat, the stoners guy to Cape Town, the sexiest fucking Rasta in town, the tank soldier. But yeah, so I was arrested for that. I got thrown in the cell with some hardened criminals. 3 laying on the right side of the room, 1 on the left side of the room, some motherfucker that just shot 3 people that didn't even know that I was there because he was so drugged up while they brought him in, that the next morning when everyone woke up, he's like, yo, my broer, ek trip nog gisteraan van die week, ek check mos hier so bra, in die cel met die rolstoel, maar sy is nogal hier. Yeah, so that's how I woke up there for a little pinch of weed. And there was a white girlie that was with me, one of the people that actually works in our comedy club.
Okay.
And she was arrested as well for having a clean glass pipe with her, which is a bit of a fucked up situation because South Africa taxes that product and it's allowed and imported into our country under adult paraphernalia like bongs and shit like that, which is not illegal, right? And they threw her in jail for that. I think she was gevissenteer, which is searched and things like that. She was called one side. God bless that nothing really untoward happened to her, but she was still thrown into a jail cell for an empty glass pipe in her bag while she was in a car with me. That's extremely fucked up. So when I came out of there, I sat and I spent 12,800 Rand on legal fees to get a close to criminal record expunged and stuff like that. The Court of South Africa automatically kicked the case out due to them seeing that the paperwork didn't make sense. My ID number is not correct. My car license plate is not correct. My arresting officers perjured themselves because they said that they found me over here. I was taken over there, and yet the stamps is by a police station that's 40 k's away. It was completely fucked up. My best friend at the time, Mr. Manib Naidu, God bless his soul, came to my aid to come and fetch my car, and he was recording the arrest as it's taking place without the officers knowing at the time. And when I gave that sound clip to my advocate, they had it fatal mental. What is the word for fatal in English? Yes, translated into English. And over there, that I heard that I was steak gefried and I was dear Makai, and they wanted to put a gun to my head. And when I asked my arresting officer, I didn't use any profanity. I wasn't derogatory in any way. I respected you because you represent the constitution of my country and I'm a law-abiding fucking citizen, right? When I pulled up at the police station, because I could feel that my life was feeling threatened, because the cops followed me and this young lady, And then I stopped at Misty Cliff, Scarborough, put my hands outside my car window, put my car into park, put the hazards on my car on, and they just stood behind me for like 5 minutes. So they first followed me for 20 Ks. And they never passed me. I allowed them. I was doing like 30 Ks an hour. So my police warrant says that I was fleeing away from them, doing 30 Ks an hour, fleeing.
So what were they smoking?
I don't know. The cop actually told me, and I recorded that, and I've got this, and I'll give you these sound bites if you want it. I'll give it to you. And then certain things you can use, but we just have to revise with it because for legal purposes, I don't want anyone to be identified yet, but they know who they are. So it was said that I was fleeing away from them. It said that they had their sirens on. It said all of those things. All I did was I felt that my life was under threat, and I drove to the nearest police station. So when I drove to the police station, the cops that was following me stopped there. They unclipped their guns, ran to me with mace, and I'm sitting in my fucking wheelchair next to my car. And he's like, "Are we going to search you? We're going to search your car?" I'm like, "I have no problem with that. I just want you to do it here in front of other police officers because I feel that this is a bit fucking unsavory, man." I wanted you to search me there, but
slow Friday night, and they were just looking like, "Oh shit, what can we do?"
It was
an easy target.
Exactly. I mean, now you're saying that like. How often doesn't that happen?
That happens a lot. It happens a lot. And they actually wanted to separate the young lady from me. They took me outside to the van. She was going to be kept at Komachi police station, and they wanted to take me back to Simonstown, which I can also not understand why that was needed to be done. But I just agreed to him. I actually have it on the soundbite where I took full responsibility. I said, "Look here, she works for me. She works in my comedy club. She's a married woman. She has a lighty. I can't let her ex-husband take her lighty away due to this. So put the pipe in my pocket and I will take the brunt of it." I said, "I'm going to make this gentleman agreement with her. Let her go with my best friend when he comes to collect my car." He gave me his word as a man, and he said, "Yes, he will do that." 2 seconds later, after I agreed, they arrested me and her. And so I lost my shit. I completely lost my shit. So what my stoner brain told me to do after that is build the weed show, build the platform, start gathering well-rounded individuals that like marijuana. So in my little Dacha club, I've got doctors, lawyers, fucking policemen. I've got many fucking people that uses the same medicine I use in that way, but we are not criminals. So once that pool has grown big enough, I'm going to make this public knowledge because like, I even told the police officers, like, I'm a comic. You can Google who I am. I fucking, my comedy brand does fucking charity for 9 years now already. Just Google the shit. They Googled it and they still laughed. I offered to buy them Kentucky. It's like I just thought like it's not
If only they were in Joburg. If
only they were in Joburg, sir. And one of the
2008.
And I actually told the cop, I said, "This is South Africa. I'm a man with a titanium spine. My country gives me Schedule 5 fucking drugs to take my pain away. Marijuana is not even as dangerous as half the tablets I must take." And then he told me, "That's fuck all. You must see my dacha at home," he tells me. I got the wrong soundbite. I got this guy from soundbite. But they arrest me, and they put me in jail with these murderers and these things. Lucky for me, prisoners and all people that just like me. I got no problem with prisoners. The prisoners are okay. It's the food that's cucked, man. Only the food. Fuck the food. Fuck the food. I love prisoners. I love prisoners. Fuck the food.
But that's the misperception and misconception of weed is that like it's people thinking maybe this is the old school mentality. I mean, they think like, you know what? It's just the schoolie on the corner that smokes it. It's like you just mentioned, doctors, policemen, lawyers. Now we know amongst all of us in this room now know of certain professionals that actually smoke weed on a daily basis.
Yeah.
With that one. Under the bus. But it's just a misconception, and I think like if we can stop with that bullshit, it's like call a spade a spade. You know what? Look,
it's God's medicine, man.
Purposes, and then people do for medicinal purposes as well.
It's like what you said earlier. It's like the whole persona that weed has become this demon drug.
Oh no, and the gateway drug.
It was always the gateway. If white women smoke it, they will sleep with black men.
Keep them away from Mandingo.
Ain't no party like a Mandingo party.
I think like it was, as you said, it was because they couldn't profit, they couldn't tax it. It became illegal.
Oh, but now we can. Now we can.
No, hence it demonize it.
That's fine.
Hence it demonize it. But yet, if you're looking at the composition of one part of the drink is Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Coca-Cola at one stage contained cocaine.
Whoa, Sinaloa coming in. Hot.
So, but yet certain things were allowed.
Yeah.
But it's only when
The government
again-
has to get its piece.
no,
That's
no,
it.
not,
Of
not
course.
the, not the
Of
government.
course.
Because the government is structured around a system which is created by the
Okay, the
white
taxman
man.
has to get his piece.
The white man, and you're
We
working.
do that a lot here, eh?
You're working in the
I've got white
Yeah.
fans, brother. Don't do that.
Exactly.
No.
Stop there.
Your money.
They will pay. They will
money.
pay. They
Shit,
will
man.
pay.
Motherfuckers.
They will pay because they like being on the edge of
Do you think it will
controversy.
change? Do you think it's going to change the Akuma says that?
This man is fucking on my corporates here. I'm gonna really feel like my corporates is like they mail tomorrow like Mr. Siebritz, we cannot endorse you anymore.
No, you've got meetings with government and so.
Whoa, look at my Facebook. Look at my Facebook.
I do my research.
Look at
We
my
are
Facebook.
the
No, I'm
informed.
gonna tell you myself.
I'm a wacht over diamond. It's like
Yeah,
fuck, man.
I am sitting.
Because my brother was arrested as well. No? He was smoking in my father's yard, like,
Yeah.
and then the neighbor complained, and then they arrested him. They came onto the yard and arrested him, and then without a search warrant, no?
Yeah.
My older brother, not the one that they arrested, he actually studied some form of a law thingy, whatever. And he said, "Kiki, was a search warrant," but they just ignored him, and they arrested him. He lay for 2 days, I think, and then they kicked the
shit that can happen
case out.
within 2
Thank
days.
you.
The shit that can happen
Thank
within
you.
2 days.
Within 2 days.
Advanced hardened criminals.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. The shit that
okay,
can
but-
happen to you in 2
No,
minutes
no,
when you
no,
go to the
nobody knows
toilet
the
with
shit.
me is also a
But
bad thing. I must say, and it's not the fact that I would like to remain impartial on it, but I have experienced both sides. I've experienced police brutality and fucking all kinds of bullshit, and I've also been escorted for kilometers to my destination safely by police officers. Certain police officers also gone against protocol, which they could have lost their jobs in certain things that they had to help me out with under certain
So it's like a kind
circumstances.
of a love-hate relationship.
Yes.
Sometimes they can help you, and
look,
sometimes they can be nice.
I love the police. I love the police. They
I like
are
a guest that has positive views, man.
yes, and
This is die tweets wat alles is fucking
ja, maar
Why is
but
it
you see,
Hulle is negative.
hulle is 'n bietjie ouer aan my. Hulle is van die riot. Hulle is van die riot tyd af. Hulle was baie gemoed. You see, my idea of a police officer is a Toyota Hilux and it's wit and it's blauw. Hulle idea is geel.
Ja,
Dis 'n moorse wit man met 'n L station wat iemand kan dit laat is hou nie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I remember that
Just-
time, the
just to put it-
struggles real.
just to put it into
believe I'm the youngest here amongst
Yeah.
you.
To put it into, to put it into
I just don't look
perspective,
like it.
not into perspective, but to put it into perspective, I've witnessed the independence of 2 countries, South Africa and Namibia, as well as South Africa.
Yeah.
So I've been here for both sides. I've been through the geel bakkies. I've walked that road.
Can you see, and I honor people like you, honestly. It's like,
it's just-
I wish a motherfucker would fuck with me. I wish I lived in the time of civil war and in the Romans or whatever, when they were like spreading Christianity, chopping motherfuckers' heads off. I wish I lived in those times. I wish I had a fight like that.
I wish you would.
I wish you would, yeah. I wish you would. You know what I mean?
That's just talking about in terms like. the
But even
government's-
sorry, like let's just get real political for a second before I go weed show. Like even this cuck that happened now in Cape Town where they want to turn Cape Town into
Oh yeah, I was
Before you
going to
say anything,
shout out to the waiters here.
if
Yo, and I service on
just
point,
come
I
in the
service
shop,
on point,
you know, die basket was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people deep. Nou, daai celebrity fucking shit.
No.
I
I
Facebook
can't.
Live doing. He's got a DJ on call just in case. Shout out to
Andy Carr, DJ Andy Carr.
I think she's a chef. Yeah.
Nah, that's the
just in case
strongest
I'm just
Avenger. I
saying
got my head food technology chef over
that's why I
there.
do Jason Momoa.
Jan is not a chef, by the way. Jan, that's the young lady over there. She's not as the strongest Avenger. She does my everything. My everything.
Okay, your PA.
No. We don't have a PA. She's just everything.
Okay.
That's what Jen does. This is Magdali Magic. This motherfucker's been with me for like 16 years. Yeah, everyone hates him because he loves me too much.
He looks like he's a chef because he got so
He's a chef. He's Chef Ahmed of the Dark Kitchen. Shout out to him.
Okay.
And Tyron Platt couldn't make it today because he's probably...
And the lady there with the Afro puffs.
The lady there with the Afro puffs. Let's just call her Jackie Onassis. She's part of... Let's just call her Jackie Onassis, part of my life skills development team.
Miss Gonzos?
No.
She's not even looking.
No, she doesn't look. No. She doesn't look. Yeah.
Okay. So, the weed show.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like you've mentioned, that you have people come there that, they're part of the community.
Yes.
What would you do going forward to get people that's not part of the community to come to the weed show to understand the community? Because there's a lot of misconceptions about dope, ganja, weed, whatever you want to call it. Mary Jane.
Yeah. Look, education is very important.
And that would be a nice platform.
So it is a nice platform, but it works too slowly if we're going to Bible bash, and it works too slowly if we're going to legislate and whatever. Entertainment is the world's best tool. It has always been. That is why I surround myself with celebrity fucking chefs, headlining DJs and sakakak, right? Because we eat the platforms, we eat the numbers. The people are checking our Facebooks, our Instas, our Twitters for what we say. They don't give a fuck about the people on the hill. Who actually runs everything. We are their piece. So on that, I will attract them through the element of comedy. DJ Andy Carr is obviously going to start inviting all of Cape Town's finest DJs because his industrial credibility speaks for itself. So he's going to be running up and pulling in some DJs as well. And all of those people, whether you like marijuana or not, like, help us with a cause. Help us with a cause. Like, I only have one fan, one friend, and two family members. You know what I mean? But the bigger boys in the industry, I'm not going to mention names to rub up any egos now, but like, look down on this peasant. My name is Gerard Siebritz, and come fucking throw me a bone, man. Because like, with our powers combined, we can spread this shit like Captain Herb, You know what I mean? But like myself and Tyron Platt, the Dame Soldier, the Dame Soldier, we've been doing extensive work on the scene, on Facebook, on social media, on our platform, and also fucking hours behind the scene, talking to people thousands of kilometers away from the other side of the world, because South Africa and Cape Town is lagging still behind, years behind. We are talking to people in Spain, in Europe, and in the United States on how the clubs is run over there, what the technologies is doing over there. Because if we're going to do our own little thing over here, we're going to be 10 years behind. So in order for us to fast track it, I've reached out all across the world, and the world's watching. The Weed Show, if the Weed Show had a penis, myself and Tyron Platt, our dick is from fucking Lansdowne around Kenilworth Centre twice, bruh. That's how big it is. I mean, even my custom-made wheelchair is green. You know what I mean? We've taken time out. I mean, my wheelchair is worth more than my car. It's got Kevlar fucking spinners on it. Shout out to C Mobility. Paying the corporates. Shout out to C Mobility for hooking me up. Shout out to C Mobility. C Mobility has actually been so kind. The development team used to contact me and talk to me about the wheelchair, because the wheelchair was designed so I could go for South African wheelie record, which later on actually turned in close to a world record, where I wheelied my wheelchair down from Steenbrus Dam all the way down, hitting speeds of about 60 k's an hour for about just under 5 k's. I got a speed wobble and I felt me putting my poos. This was the internet, I can say that word. If youngster can say Kaapstad, Naya on fucking SABC, that was in my poos on fucking the internet, man. I felt me like a jits. The footage is online. I just put the 4 on. I didn't put the glide down and whatever, because I like people to see my weaknesses sometimes. Don't see my strengths. That's not important. So I show them the crash. It's fine.
So tell us, we obviously, now that you've mentioned you're in a wheelchair, you mentioned something about your spine.
Spinal fusion, titanium spine.
Has that been from birth? Did something happen? And is did the marijuana did the ganja smoking start before that, or was it for that?
Very important question. Timeline. Timeline must be established.
The viewer is obviously they want to know a little bit more about about you.
Okay, so I've been smoking weed from the age of 21. I was a little bit of a runner before then. Comrades ready at the age of 16. Fuck. Used to run like just outside 4.5 minutes a kilometer over.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but like at the time I was designed and trained for 10Ks and 21s. Yeah, I was Metropolitan's first junior athlete. Started the Two Oceans one that brewed 4 days next to me, and the first colored man that won the Two Oceans as well. He was also a midlife runner. I met Thomas T. Magawana, fucking all the Nama liquors there, man.
Yeah, all the Namas.
All the Nama liquors. So yeah, I enjoyed that. That was the fuck. But I crashed my bike, and that. So I've been smoking weed from the age of 21, weed and cigarettes. Cigarettes I want to leave, weed I will never leave. So yeah, crashed my bike 8 years ago. Now I smoke weed. Not just because I like it. I smoke weed because sometimes medically I need it. Yeah. So instead of taking vitamin B6, I think it's B6, which induces hunger. It's the munchies, baby. Fuck, you eat the Bugsy. Instead of taking oxazepams to put me to sleep, I just eat the fucking Tabric, man. Klaar like it. And the oxazepams makes you lummerig the next morning still. I'm a late, I like to be up at Fajr, it's 4:30.
Yeah.
Klaar, it's my time, I meditate, because that's the time it's my liquor, because the air is fresh and alles.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to be on the beach already, doing my rehabilitation bullshit, or diving, or some shit, so I like to be up early.
You're not the first person that I've met that's in a wheelchair that has that spirit. Like, you would think to yourself, like, people in wheelchairs, okay, and this is again like the misconceptions that we grow up with in society. So like we have this misconception like, oh, he can't walk for himself, how does he dance, blah blah, all the able-bodied stuff. We think like an able-bodied person, you know? All the stuff. Nah, you probably has like some heavy dance moves. But the thing is, I had an uncle that passed away recently, and he was in a wheelchair, motorcycle accident.
Oh, that's my
like bad. I'm not sure. I think it was either before his wedding or just after. So for half of his life, he's been in a wheelchair, but you would never say this guy is down. It's like he's always like the most upbeat person. He ended up making like hand controls for people that are paralyzed from the waist down to drive the cars.
Yes.
Because his car was set up like that.
Yes.
And like till his death, he was like a man that was, he wanted speed, so he had his Subarus and all that stuff. But the point I'm trying to make is that like that misconception, we kind of have to stop that as well, man. Like there has to be empathy, but it doesn't have to be to the point where you further cripple the person.
You know where it starts?
Yes.
You know where it starts? I'm a kroko.
Yeah.
It means the broken ones.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
But there's able-bodied people that's fucked up broken.
Yeah, more
so.
More so, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that term, just to give you national, the rest of that, like the I'm a kroko is wrong, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely.
They're definitely not.
So yeah, like look, big up to anybody that is in your type of situation or even worse, but still sees.
No, but there's warriors out there, man. I mean,
exactly.
like, I met a guy a couple of years ago. Lucky me, it was just slightly after I came out of the hospital. So it's good that I met these people, these fucking extraordinary people, disabled for the last 30 years. But the man got onto his yacht with his 2 lighties and sailed around the world.
Sure.
Disabled man alone with his 2 kids on a yacht, and he sails around the world, boo-boo. That's some serious fucking shit, man. Fuck you in your 4 legs and your 12 arms.
Exactly,
like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
With his 2 hands and his 2 lighties, he sailed around the world.
I think when you have limbs taken away or anything taken away, for instance, like if the senses taken away, you have to obviously like adapt to that. Like if you have everything, you become complacent.
Adapt. But you have to make peace quickly. Like,
you have to make peace.
I flew through the air, and let me explain my accident to you.
But the point I was trying to make with able-bodied people, we become complacent. Because we have everything.
Yeah, but you don't become complacent, you become unappreciated.
There we go.
That's the thing. That's the main thing. This is why.
Just drop that. I'm a bit slow. For some reason, I'm a bit slow.
It must be the clouds.
It must be the clouds. It must be the clouds.
Up in the clouds.
Oh man.
You were gonna explain the accident you said?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I think I wheelied my bike. Up in the lucht, you know. And then I unfortunately I made a little mistake in judgment. Full my responsibility. As somebody on a fast motorbike, everything is your responsibility.
Yeah.
So I take full responsibility for my crash. But like while I was still laying there in the bush, 5 minutes later I had to make peace with like, check here, you were the person to get onto that bike. And for 10 years while I was riding bikes, pushing the button every day as far as hard and as fast as what I could, I always knew that swinging my leg over that bike, there may come a day I'm never going to return. And there may come a day that I'll never return like that. But I took that gamble. I mean, like I told you, I come from Mitchell's Plain. A lot of my brassen got taken down by gangsterism, got taken down by drugs and sucker cuck. I fell in love with motorcycles. It did hurt me. To the Andy Car, ladies and gentlemen. Before I knew that he was a like a DJ, wiki to end the car. I did chase Andy Car on the M5 already.
Oh, that's how I met you.
That's how I met him. I had a GSX-1000.
So speed connects you.
Yeah, but I'm crazy, but Andy's cuck mad. Andy's cuck mad. Oh my God. I think I was doing 299. I'm sorry you're going to get in the cuck because you're the public figure, but fuck that. I'm a non-corporate, self-sustained brand, motherfucker. So I'm going to say that I was doing like 299 and he was like fucking pulling away from me. Like, yeah, but he had a ZX12 at the time.
Okay.
And he's crazy. So
Was that the one that I helped you with last time?
Oh no, that was the limit. That was the limit. That was the limit.
But like, so
I love speed, man. Speed and DJing.
yeah. So, but even now, I still love speed. And this is the last. This is the last stupid thing I'm going to say. This is the last stupid thing I'm going to say. I flew up to Joburg not too long ago. I took delivery of a vehicle for somebody. It was a BMW 320D, and my friend sent me up. He's like, "Yo, G, you got fuck all to do. Please go and drive my car, Steptronic, if I've and what. This is the last stupid thing I'm going to confess, like live now. I drive a lot. I like driving. I like speed. And I came out of Johannesburg, the Kimberley back straight, and it took me 8.5 hours. Just me in my wheelchair, and I moved it, bruh. A lot of people may have a problem with it, but like I will tell you, I'm not going to be irresponsible like down Wynberg Main Road. I've never done that. I'll wait until I hit Colesburg, Laingsburg, or fuck a track, man. You know that they used to go play the track, and I used to crush them every fucking Sunday, man.
Here it comes out.
Crush them. Okay? Yeah, they play safe games, man. Like the turns at Killarney stays like it stays like, oh, we're hitting turn 2, we're approaching 172 km an hour. Bah. I chase people down so low, these pass already on fucking.
But you man, the corners, man. But you into the corner, I'm into the drags.
Yeah, now we're pulling maybe for 5 grand or 10 grand or something like that.
So loud response like that.
I stay out in Betty's Bay.
You stay out in Gordons Bay?
I stay out in the Betty's Bay, Gordons Bay area. So for like 15 years already, Clarence Drive, 32 k's of mountain.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Car! Next up, I'll have you again.
Yes, on the podcast, you're DJ one. Do me on the DJ podcast.
Leslie also?
Yes, nice.
But you can handle, just tell this bro one thing, man. How did me and you used to wreck fucking the Ottery Boys function?
Dude.
Huh?
Nou, dat is een schommel, dude.
Schommel, dude.
I'm so sorry that I wasn't there. I was gonna come.
Nah.
I was sure I had plans. I was gonna go.
Said all the women in his life, we were gonna come.
Can you see how when this podcast is uploaded, our viewers decline?
It wasn't me.
I'm playing. We probably get more.
But I think next time around we should have the clouds on a regular. Because I think the clouds is nice.
The clouds is nice. Yeah, then we can sort you out. This is like holla.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's so loud? Like just going up. Or, actually, the up is not the business. The down.
No, so Lodi's Pass is actually like it's a what's the time at now?
Didn't you have a timeout?
Nope. I think we almost an hour.
Okay,
Almost an hour.
that's fine. Like,
Okay.
saliva is supposed to coming down, like just normal, like driving.
I came
It's
down
like,
there.
It's like it's hectic. It's gut-wrenching. Now you
Shout
done
out,
like, what,
shout out to
290?
Psycho.
What did you do?
Hey?
What speed were you doing?
In a wheelchair.
No, not in a wheelchair.
You see?
No.
That's what
Shout out to C Mobility that's actually building me a boom now for high speed for downhill.
Just pertaining to C mobility, is your seat the actual like the support structure? I know the frame is like Kevlar and
No,
whatever.
this fucking wheelchair can do anything. So it's an elongated frame, so I can actually move my seating position
But I'm
further
just-
and back
the-
for
the-
wheeling because I want to break the wheelie record, downhill wheelie record,
Yeah.
and the speed record. So you need like a drag arm for it.
Yeah.
So this wheelchair can be done like that. Yeah.
No, but
But
when he was touching on
what the actual question I wanted to ask you is in terms of integration and collaboration of the brands and the movement.
Yes.
It's like, is the material that's used, like in terms of the seating, the back and the seat,
Is
is
it
that
local?
a hemp material?
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
you
Industrial.
Because
and hemp is
one,
still-
one, one,
hemp is
one of the
strong,
reasons
yeah.
one of the reasons why the actual cannabis industry has been banned was because of all the byproducts that hemp could produce.
not just that as well. It's
petroleum
but not
industry
just that.
firstly.
Petroleum,
But not just that.
etc.
Because but not just
Now, I
that.
think this is what I need to go Google quickly. Like, what's the best thing to ask a weed enthusiast? Industrialization of hemp.
Now we just know about this. But the thing is also is that like, which for the longest time I've also done the research on hemp as well. It's like the reason why I think hemp was
I don't like to
outlawed-
dry hemp. Now I like sweaters.
But
Okay, yeah.
but besides like the fact of the tax ban coming into play, the reason why hemp was outlawed in the States is because
The versatility of the
if you make a
product.
t-shirt out of hemp, it lasts longer than a normal cotton t-shirt.
Yeah.
So then how does companies continually make money? The
Yeah.
turnover is going to be shorter. And
Sinds de Noordbuitense brassen. Sinds de Noordbuitense brassen.
Helaas een beetje. Helaas een beetje.
so
We need a
No, he's part of the corporation, man. If you want him, you take us. You
So,
take us.
so I
you
think
take us.
the day is like you sell
Come
one
on, come on.
t-shirt to a consumer.
Yes.
The consumer has it for, let's say, for instance, 5 years.
Yeah.
Where if you sell a cotton t-shirt to the consumer, they're going to
Yes,
buy
for-
another one in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
No, unlike it's probably like
Yeah.
within like 12 to 18 months before
Yeah.
it deteriorates.
Exactly. So I mean that's where I feel there was also another play into the fact that like hemp got outlawed.
Yes.
No, for sure.
No, you're 100% correct. But look, now that the taxation trickies is coming in, the industry changes a lot. But a lot of people got happy when South Africa declared that we are now allowed to smoke. But there's also, with every positive thing, there's also a negative spin to it.
yeah.
So now it may be, I can't highlight the Rastas, I can't highlight the street cats or whatever, but like somebody was selling weed, right? When it was illegal. And now it is illegal. Now it's going to be legal. So now who's going to sell it now? It's obviously going to be Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
And through Uncle Sam's reaches and his channels with his taxation and all of this stuff.
He has to get his cut.
He must get his cut, boo boo. That's the thing. That's the thing. So, but now what happens to those people that built that industry? So,
Exactly.
people like me, we're getting there's some of us that we got a cuck taste in our mouth because, like, I was maybe taught to grow plants by somebody in Marcus Garvey,
Yeah.
a Rasta man that didn't wear shoes and whatever. So what about them? What about them that built this industry
I mean, if you look
already over here now?
If you look at Prince, the guy that was fighting, the lawyer that was fighting for
Yeah.
he lives in Scottsville, which is around the corner from me.
Yes.
He's the Rasta as well. Like,
Prince who?
what is Prince's surname?
He's the main brand, man.
He's the main guy. Like, you know, when it came out in the news.
Yes, I know.
The legalizing of.
We've actually, my partner in the weed show, Tyron Platt, has approached him if we can honor him with honorary membership
Yeah,
to our
so
society.
he's the one. He's the guy that kickstarted, and
Deserves
he's
it.
been diligent.
He does deserve it.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
diligently fighting for that, and then finally
Yes.
now it's not come to fruition.
Yes.
But it brings or it basically plays into what you were saying. But because he's obviously a Rasta, he was fighting for that cause. Now, if Uncle Sam, so to say, takes over the distribution of stuff. Like, what happens to the people that's actually the true custodians of the herb?
Yeah.
What happens to them?
Yes.
You know?
They become more, they will become more targeted. Because now you were just targeted because you were selling something that we couldn't tax.
Yeah.
I speak under correction, I'm apolitical and things like that. But I feel now that if Uncle Sam will be selling it through his taxable franchises, because everyone that's going to be selling it legally, if you sell it legally, that means your IRP5 is taxed. So you're kicking back to the big table, right? So now you are in direct competition.
Yeah.
So now it's actually so when the thing happened, a lot of guys is coming to the table, and a lot of us is going out on the limb, but the Eastern pioneers are just holding back. They're like, hey, the cuck is gonna eat the fan here still. You know what I mean? And if you just take recreational market, that's one thing. But the real market with this shit is the medical market. That's the billions.
CBD.
I just want to.
CBD,
So I just want to make a point quickly. So, like, I remember I asked you, like,
I am not editing this. I'm not editing
there's no editing needed.
I want just jovial here.
So, I remember
Let's make some more clouds there, man.
So I remember earlier on, I asked you, like, how do you get people that are non-smokers into the like the weed show? What will the weed show do? But now, over and above that, I've come to realize, like, look, my father passed away from prostate cancer. In
we've got suppositories for that.
2014. Yes. He was like the doctors gave up. They threw him in the towel. I told him because he was on natural stuff going into hospital, and then I told him, look, I can get you the black tar. You know, I can get you that stuff. I can get you that. Do you want this? Let's first go to the doctors. But if that doesn't work, get it for me. So like he couldn't speak at the last week of his existence. He couldn't speak. So he was just nodding and stuff like that. I told him, look, do you want me to get it? They're throwing the towel now. He said like, yeah. So I went to go get it. But because he was null pulmon, he couldn't take it in, and he passed away while being in that state. He couldn't he couldn't ingest. But that led me to think also is that like that might be the way in for the people that have that perception of like, or the misconception of like, it's for scholars and stuff like that.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, like I've heard it like just in people, like in discussions with people that like don't subscribe to weed smoking and stuff, but they will say like, oh, but did you hear so and so can get that cannabis oil?
Yes.
You know, and so maybe that's the way in for the masses to actually like come together and say like, you know what, this is not that we don't need to vilify this.
Yes,
this herb.
I hear you, and there's a beautiful spin that you put on there, but like I doesn't.
Just a thought.
No. I hear you. You are 100% on the right track, but we don't need the spin because it's all in the science.
Yeah,
it's all in
but
the
people
science.
They don't understand.
I mean, as a baby. Sorry, just let me allow me to finish this. As a baby, we are being fed cannabinoid shift.
Yeah, and the brain, like what's in
the breast milk. But in the breast milk,
we had a guest. We had a guest.
Don't you know that's why babies' eyes curl as we drink? Because it's in the milk.
But apparently our brain system, the way it's set up, it's a natural cannabinoid. Because like we had the guy that I spoke to earlier on talking about DMT and stuff like that. We had a guest on called Laszlo, and he basically
DMT isn't that a drug?
It's debatable.
It's debatable.
Banana's a drug.
Yeah,
this is correct. Chocolate in white women's a fucking drug as well.
But DMT is in ayahuasca, and
ayahuasca.
Yeah, he was speaking about ayahuasca and stuff like that, and then the conversation leaned towards like the like weed and basically and the trip that you can take compared to ayahuasca. And he said like, nah, he's been on hectic weed trips as well, and the brain is actually like a natural cannabinoid. Is that
has the receptors? Yes.
Yeah. So we have it internally.
Of course we do. I mean, that's God's medicine, man. I mean, if you must read the Christian Bible somewhere in there, in Jesus' anointing oil that he was rubbing onto people.
So I mean, cannabinoid.
Yes, Delta 9. If you must read in that scripture over there of the Christian Bible, then you will see that in that anointing oil that Nabi Isa was rolling with, Kandu Sum was in there. So if you Google Kandu Sum, we translate it into cannabis. And cannabis it's been there from great civilizations in the start. I mean,
Yeah.
the Pharaoh had cannabis in. I mean, higher
In fact,
grades.
the
Higher
Bushman
grade.
word, dacha.
Yeah, that's the Bushman word.
Dacha is a Bushman word.
Yeah.
Dacha. I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Day
is.
herb.
It is. It was him. It's basically a Bushman, or if you wanna like put it down to a certain language,
Khoikhoi or whatever.
Khoikhoi, Nama
Yes.
language. Yeah, it was him. It's
Dacha.
Yeah.
But fast forward, in terms of some of the questions we've been asking now, the weed clinics in the States, and if I don't know if you know, I know Trenton Birch, that used to be the marketing manager at SAE Institute Cape Town. He's actually been going to the States to see how the clinics work. Because like you get a card for glaucoma.
Yeah.
There was a fucking television series, Weeds.
Oh yeah, Nancy Boxman.
yeah,
There we go.
for your cataracts.
For your
Yes.
cataracts, for your
Little
glaucoma,
boxes,
for
little
XYZ.
boxes, little boxes.
Fill those little boxes. But now, if you can fill those little boxes on the
Clint
States, and the States
Dorsey's?
have been
No,
doing it
that's a
for...
pedophile joke, eh? Clint
Yeah.
Dorsey's. No.
Wasn't me. I did not touch him with that intention. But like, if we're looking at that, what are the medicinal qualities? How can we extract this product to the best
Look to Israel.
quality?
Look to Israel. At the moment now, Africa would soon work for the States. Africa would soon work for the States, in my uneducated view. But the people that own the sciences,
Yeah.
the people that own, the people that is making the most money of the cannabis industry worldwide now is Israel, due to them holding the patents of the medical research. Research and development is very important. So that is where your big corporates are going to get into it. Somebody needs to get the formula. So the brother gets the formula right. He owns a part of that business.
But it's, I take umbrage to that thing because, irrespective of not anti-Semitic, just the whole,
I like the way this starts.
just the
I
whole
like the way
Islamic
this starts.
occupation of Palestine, etc., and also like their control of the U.S. state government. That
That's a fact.
Kind of
That's a
perturbs
fact. That's a fact.
yeah,
That's a fact.
that does perturb me. I think a lot of advances in medicinal history in terms of cancer preservation and cancer treatment with cannabinoid oils, etc. I know somebody that fucking has stage 4 skin cancer that's been taking this for years,
Yeah.
and it has been living. It has been prolonging your life.
Yes.
So I take fucking umbrage to the fact that take the
That's a very
banana,
nice word,
take
sir.
the-
Yeah.
take
Big
the-
word for the day.
Bro,
Big word
fucking
for
rock.
the day.
You know what my problem is? You know what my problem is? How can the government control what you can put in your body, dude? I have a problem with that, man.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
No, they-
Because I open my eyes and the notion that the government is here, whatever.
Government
okay,
is not
I
good.
voted whatever,
Government-
whatever.
government
But how
works
the
on
fuck
what
can the government
industry
tell
tells
you?
it.
Because okay, I'm not really a big fan of for me personally,
Yeah.
CBD is. I'm a fan of CBD, but I'm a Musa fan of
The cannabis culture.
psilocybin.
Oh, psilocybin.
And my thing is like, how the fuck can you tell me what to do, man?
What's psilocybin?
Psilocybin is basically it's in
magic mushrooms, basically.
Oh, I got some.
So I'm a Musa fan.
Super
of that.
Mario
So how the
Brothers.
fuck can whoever sitting there on their fucking high chairs,
Signal hill, signal hill.
But
Let's
again,
just call it signal hill, yeah.
But
Tell
the-
me,
see,
Don't make
that's my
Parliament
problem,
jokes
but you
saying,
see,
like, I
it
got
comes
friends
down
there.
to again, it comes down to money, and it comes down to power, and it comes down to control.
Exactly.
And the fact of the matter is, if Uncle Sam or whatever you want to call him, if they're not in the circle, if they don't get the piece of the pie,
Yeah.
then it's fuck you.
As good you said circle and not triangle, because then I just fucking left now. These are the people cuck now with the wrong people.
Isn't that part of your
Yeah,
brain?
But you see, but that's the thing. So it's
That's a
like
good question.
whenever-
I'll explain that move to you now.
Whenever they
Imagine.
can't control the money flow, fuck it. And that's why I pulled this up now. Because there's
Oh,
something.
jullie zitten hier in Google en hier denk ik dat jullie net
Ja,
geschreven zijn. I'm smoking about ganja, they let you Google it. Nah, ambush. That was intellectual ambush.
But check here, man. Like 2 days ago, now, on the Motley Fool is the website name. It says it's time to buy cannabis stocks. Says
Yes.
one Wall Street firm. The next one on Yahoo Finance is 3 cannabis stocks with major catalysts from deals closing, and then there's the top marijuana stocks on the Nasdaq. When that should find itself on Wall Street, then you know that motherfuckers want a piece of it.
We already have one a company registered on the South African stock exchange.
The Johannesburg Stock Exchange.
Yes.
So, but the fact that what I'm saying is that it's becoming real now. So then the guys with the money come in and they take everything away from the people that actually started the shit. Yeah. That's what's going to happen.
They're going to ban.
Of course.
Just what?
It is already gone. It is too late. You were talking about it like it has to happen.
No, obviously.
It has already happened.
What can people expect at the weed show?
Yes, that's a fuck the question.
There we go.
I like that.
Yeah. Now, what can we expect at the weed show?
You see, okay, the first thing is nobody talks about things that happens at the weed show.
Fight Club! It's like Fight Club!
But I'm gonna throw you a bone. So the society, or our little cannabis, little private fight club thing that we got going on. We're open to all. We're like the church and the mosque. Everyone is welcome. We just have 2 rules that we look down on, and then we hit the hammer extremely down on it as theft, and don't disrespect the women in our house.
Yeah, cool.
That is the only 2 things that we have going on. We don't also, we ask people to leave their views and their certain unsavory mentalities and ideologies at the door. We will ask them that nicely. So we'll invite anyone is welcome to come to the weed show. Anyone can request interview with myself or Mr. Platt to be proxied into the club if we see fit and whatever. Because it's a very dancing on a knife type of thing.
There's nothing illegal going on?
No, there's nothing illegal going on. I actually made contact with the police just before I started the weed show, and I wrote to them. I reached out to a couple of local cops that I know on my Facebook. I'm like, hey, ek weet jy se gat met bro, vraag net jou baas wie moet ek praat. Because there was like bourgeois fucking information running on the street. Hey, Daga's legal now, you can have 4 kilos. Daga's legal, you must have 3 grams. Daga's legal, you must only buy from the Nigerians.
A lot of 420
what the fuck? This is crazy. And I feel that the masses hasn't been educated. The user and those that is enforcing our law. This is what brings me and my police. It's a sensitive thing for me because, like, I would like to think I'm a well-rounded individual that don't catch on cuck. I touch. Yes, no, of course, man. I pay my fucking taxes. Well, I don't look for cuck with a tax man, and we all just talk about Uncle Sam. We know he's the biggest gangster around. So yeah.
Even on Kloppie,
huh? No, I'm only by Kloppie. So the conception needs to change. The idea around things needs to change. So the police must be educated on current legislation, and the masses must be educated on current legislation. So part of our little module, how we wrote it in, is we will have party time, like maybe let's say Wednesdays our games night where we play chess and PlayStation and Xbox and drafts and darts. No, you must take it, but I had South African chicks champions at the secret place maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Not that good.
No, I'm also not that good, but they're there, but they came.
Let's organize something. We go to one, use ticket.
Yeah.
We have a baby sister. Don't worry about
babysitter.
Whatever. And then we go.
We do that. We do that.
Yeah, no, you should pull in. At the weed show, nothing is we don't sell any THC products.
Do you
but however, the weed show is sponsored by many kind giving souls. So I just get a lot of shit. People just call me up and say like, we'd like to give you 100 pipes, we'd like to give you fucking t-shirts, we'd like to give you sometimes we'd like to give you this weed sweets, we like to give you this weed this, and I've received ice cream, chocolates and whatever. So some of the products has been scanned and tested and things like that. They are taxable businesses, which is quite the only devil in the THC part. And some of them are just like homeboys like me that's just like trying something at home, but I trust them because I know they the procedures and what weed they grew and things like that. So then we just donate it to the audience. So you come, you obviously you get a stellar of a fucking show. I've been doing comedy at this party for 9 years. The gig Bring Your A Game was actually designed for up and comers. Because I realized very quickly when I started comedy, open mic type of thing, but for freedom, honest freedom. I realized very quickly that I was maybe shunned out of the industry because I got to feel big. I like to like touch hectic fucking situations and push the boundaries.
But it's needed. It's fucking needed.
It's needed. It's very needed. And Then I built my own show. So now I hardly play the circuit at all. I only play for charities and corporates. So either for the love and 80k only, or for a fuckload of money. It's like 2 times, but the rest of the time I don't entertain any of the other houses bullshit. I stick it maybe in a just come with a paar mensen, have a paar tequilas. Yeah, this is much as the immediate thing.
It made things like coming.
For sure.
The recording like come.
Yeah, no, but I'm thankful, obviously, for you for inviting me over here. But the Wheat Show, there's nothing like it in Cape Town. We are the trailblazers. Away. And soon we're going to be doing everything, man.
Dude, I want to humbly apologize for not stabbing out last time. My wife's birthday. And,
He's talking.
He got her.
I'm being really serious. I mean, ze kan afvragen dat ik like.
Wow, zoek voor getuigen. Want je zoekt voor getuigen. Nou, getuigen wil je dan mee, bro. Nou.
Okay, next time I'm gonna invite Andy and Leslie as well, but you must samen stick, man.
Yeah, no problem. I will sit in it. It's not like I don't stand so much.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so are we gonna?
We can close of course. We can party further, but I'd like to see like there's certain things like happening like in terms of, because he's like I don't want like the Daga in Cape Town to become a commercial international thing. I want to see like what strain do we have as systematic to Cape Town.
Systematic.
So you mean like Durban poison is like
Durban poison
is Durban, so something in Cape Town.
Endemic.
So, just ask me the question differently.
Okay, but
I want to understand it properly.
What strain
is
synonymous with
easy. That's fucking cheese, bruh.
Pondo.
Cheese is dominated.
So wait.
Cheese is dominated for the last 15 years.
It has, but what cheese like
the Baba? No.
Yeah, we I think what he's going to
the reason why like I'm gonna take this
new.
I'm gonna take this into a different round because I'm working in different spaces. Also, it's like we're looking at like in terms of like if you're looking at Kwatu San, they have a heritage festival. So I would like to see like I'm tired of seeing people from that have wineries close to that region. Then I bring up Bushman descendants, and they fucking
Okay.
That is the fucking
okay, we just went there.
Bushman San is a Bushman camp.
For sure.
It brings it's a fucking marvelous place. It brings descendants of Bushmen from up to Botswana, Namibia, down to Cape Town. Proper.
Okay.
Proper. They have fucking different 7 different dialects.
Sure.
And you have a whole museum and stuff like that. But I would try to see like to move away from the white incorporation in terms of the wineries and stuff like that. So do you get my trick? I don't give 2 fucks. I want to see how people represented over there. I want to be. You saw what happened in terms of the rooibos thing.
Yeah.
But rooibos. We are finding some reparations for rooibos.
Wait, before you go,
That's not the case, eh?
No, do you know that we don't have the rights to that term or even to the tea itself? We don't have some Netherlands or German company or whatever it is.
But now this is the thing, guys.
And it's ours.
No, this is the thing. This is the thing. When something new comes along, somebody smart out there catches the thing. So I've had people.
They see the potential. That's why I see
I've had people come to my establishment now. Before we took in another 2 clubs now under the Wheat Show banner, or again fucking Comedy Corporation, whatever you want to call it, same thing. That came there and they just wanted to throw a shitload of money there. Because they seen like, yo, I'm a colored lighty, my toilet is nog nie reg skoon nie. You know what I mean? Like I'm still playing here, man, still using my private computer to fucking mix here, it's a cock here. They come here, it's like, I'm gonna give you so much money, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. But then we turn me into a house nigga. So I'm like, nah, motherfucker, no, hold on. Ek sa iris sukkel by myself. I just want to keep flats, you know what I mean? So
what would you?
This is my thing, this is my intellectual property. I'm gonna stand for it, I'm gonna defend it. I've been arrested once already for it. I've actually written it in my business plan that I may actually be arrested again for it, but I'm just shoot some night because if he doesn't know his job, then that's going to be to his disposition. And I tell people that when we proxy them into the club, I only make one joke in the interview. I sit there and I listen to the cuck. While Tyron talk to you, the sexiest rasta in Cape Town. He just like talks cuck to you there. Like, oh, so what you smoking? Blah, 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 blah. Because he's like the soft pump, you know what I mean? Then I just come there with a hard pump energy. I'm like, so Jay.
Drop your drawers.
No. Oh, I like you. Just also like, because like a lot of people come in, like, and what about the police, G? I'm like, hey, this is a safe space. Nobody's selling dacha here. That's why this establishment has 18 cameras. I have 18 cameras to show them that nobody's selling dacha here. We are all smoking it. And cool people gave it. And yes, and it's a private club. And the magic is, I don't know.
I guess it's the same with the bikers.
I'm
selling alcohol at rallies.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if I want to explain the grey area I'm dancing.
No.
Shouldn't I?
No need to.
If you want,
Dude, you told me
of the building that you are using cannabis within the privacy of a
dude, you already explained to me privately, so I know how it works, but I don't think you should do
that. I'm not gonna
if you do that,
I'm not gonna self. No. Let me tell you something. Can I tell you? I'm actually on that word. I'm gonna be the fucking Muhammad Ali of this fucking shit, man. Competition's going to come.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
they're already looking, they're already trying to comic, they're already trying to copy it and whatever, but I'm with Visi Papa.
Yeah.
I'm the first dad bar in Cape Town, and now I have 3.
Nice.
Okay,
right.
But the point
it didn't start by me.
It's called the society.
It's called the society.
Yeah.
And it moves from place to place, and it's a great bunch of people, and we all support each other. We are all creatives. So if we have a sound engineer, if we have a DJ, we try and just throw bones around all the time and help each other and whatever.
The point, the angle I was trying to come in terms of the First Nation people with festivals is to how to promote the Cape Town strain.
Yes. There's a beautiful one now that's just been developed now called the Cook Sister.
Nice.
The Cook Sister, but now to start taking ownership of it before the corporates come in and say, like,
we cannot. And can I tell you why we cannot? Because we as a people, we have not learned to play along yet.
Oh, yes.
We have not learned to trust. We've not learned to follow vision.
And again,
that's why I've had a lot of no disrespect to my colored people. I'm extremely proud of where I come from.
We are beautiful people, but
yes,
we have our fallacies.
But that's why no colored businessman, and there's colored businessmen now, other venue owners that got millions already. They see the potential, but they won't come to me and help me. But like the people that has offered me Corona already was from a different color. Yeah. They stay in a different place, whatever. Yeah. But like I didn't sell it to them.
But
I didn't want to sell it to them.
That was a lot of money.
Look, there's one opening up in Durbanville now. They've learned by me. They were actually like one of my. They were just there and they learned and Kostela Bichimini Oog and so one popped up in Durbanville. But I don't care about it because they don't have the energy that is
and the
there.
vision
but you see,
and the knowledge.
The thing is, those colored guys who have a lot of money, they are also of that misconception generation, so to say, is that they're like, you know what, we've got all this money, but there's a bad stigma to it. They still have a bad stigma in the back of their mind. I want one last question because we spoke about this off air, yes, off the cameras. But you said something about Richard Pryor. One of, for me, if not the alpha of comedy. I'm still a big Eddie Murphy fan. I'm a big Dave Chappelle fan.
Preach, brother.
You know,
Preach. Griffin.
Red Fox. Yeah, Eddie Griffin.
Red Fox.
Red Fox as well.
Like, we're gonna go places, man. Okay, we have another 10 minutes on this. This is fucking life changing now, man.
That was thinking now is like all the editing I must do. But we can't deny the impact of Richard Pryor.
Yes.
We could easily say the GOAT. You mentioned something about Richard Pryor before we started recording. Please do continue. Start with that and then continue.
Okay.
And this will be our ending.
Okay, so
I'm just joking.
Richard Pryor's style. Richard Pryor's style was Richard Pryor's style. So obviously grew up in a brothel. We all know the story. Grew up in a brothel.
Mother was
a lady of the night.
Yeah.
Yes. But he didn't versak to what corporate wanted. Corporate knew that they needed him because the boy was good. He was prolific as fuck.
He was on fire.
He was on fire, but he was also before his time. They weren't ready for him. But like somebody's got to break the ground and take the risk. And after his first fucking meltdown, he became that person because people were seeing him as Bill Cosby and he didn't like that.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be his own bra and he broke.
Because Bill was like politically correct.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes. Anyway, we're not going to talk about Bill Cosby. Thinking about Bill Cosby just puts me to sleep.
Oh no, we didn't.
Yeah, but like so prior changed entertainment forever. When he went live, right? And they asked him in the tech rider that was given to him, and I get asked this all the time: can you not stay away from political jargon? Can you not swear? Don't pick on the Indians and Wakata and the crippled people and all of this bullshit, right? Prior said no. He's like, if you want me, this is me. And then broadcasting, which is still up to the day, I don't think they've taken it away, is relayed like by a few seconds.
Yeah.
So that there's somebody there that we can remember in the time when we still sensed everything. It was like that Masa beep, 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 beep.
Yes.
The world learned that for Richard Pryor. So broadcasting by a whole changed to work around one artist that was proud of his style. I'm Gerard Siebritz and I'm fucking proud of my style. Climate.
There's no better way to finish that podcast.
That was like
the Babbling podcast, for those people that are still with us at this moment in time in the recording, thank you for your attention span.
The company's obviously left because they figured, fuck, how are we gonna fucking endorse this guy?
Yeah, no, this was fun. This was fun. As you know, we usually have like deep topics. This was deep as well, but this was fun. This was enjoyable. I've had a couple of dope. What's the Nantel has had a couple of dope.
No,
and we've all been interviewed about the glorious
Are you back on that now again?
of the Cape Strain.
Yeah, what's
Super
the check as
cheese.
well. And we had our glorified waiter just like, you know what, sorting us out and stuff like that. Big up to him as well.
nah, you guys know. This is, it's
but Gerard Siebritz and your
crew.
millions of people.
La familia.
Thank you.
Familia.
I think and Nico as well for the pre-film showing here in Shaq's spot. Shaq
I had to use the toilet.
You like you were Googling outside me.
Shaq always seems to be the person.
That's also they don't want to tell me that
You can smoke your weed over here, but I have to go smoke my eentje outside. Because
Shaq always seems like the person that vacates his seat. Look, I think I speak for all of us from the Babbling podcast. Thank you for
Thanks for
Desmond.
I knew it was going to be a dope one.
I think we're probably gonna have you on again, like some other time.
Or say I have a moment.
No. I think there's more to speak about. At the end of the day, like,
we're only 10 deep. So far.
But you can't also tell. You can't speak to the masses and
That's
tell
what she
them
said.
once off, like, okay, this is what cannabis is about.
No.
Because it's not
an ever-changing story,
and they have to continuously. There are certain topics that we want to continually revisit as well. So yeah, from the Babbling podcast, Gerard Siebritz, thank you again. Peace out.
Peace.